Welcome back, Bikeaholics. Ryan Erlacher here with Law Abiding Biker Podcast and Media, and of course, your high-tech redneck. Everybody's wondering whether they should update to the new Harley Boombox software 1.18.3. I'm here to help you with that. A couple things up front, guys, so that I don't have to keep referencing things. There's some very useful resources for you guys, so you'll want to listen up. All right, number one, the number one best-selling tutorial series, Boombox tutorial series. That's right here at Law Abiding Biker Media. To find that, couple ways. Very simple, lawabidingbiker.com/Harley Boombox. All right, you can find everything you need there. The tutorial series that has helped so many bikers, and we've got so much positive feedback on. Of course, there's a video on that page that will tell you, explain the videos and what each one offers to see if that's something that you need for your specific needs. All right, I made it really easy too. If you want to just remember this, www.harleyboombox.com. That will get you right to the same place. It's just a really easy way to remember it. So I've spent a lot of time in the garage today testing this thing, updating it. Reminder, guys, please don't update when these updates come out. Please, it's not an emergency. You don't have to be the first one to do it, because you're probably a lot of times going to have a lot of headaches because of it, because a lot of times we found that these updates actually break more things than they fix. So sometimes it's beneficial to just leave your boombox alone, skip the update, and then on the next one you can update then, and you won't have a problem. And that's what I'm here for, guys. Let me test it for you. Give me the time, sit back, and let me break my system. Let me fix my system. I know how to do a lot of that stuff, and that way I can bring it to you. You just have to give me just a little time. So I encourage you to do that. Bookmark the website, lawabidingbiker.com. Bookmark those URLs. Get signed up for the free email list, lawabidingbiker.com/email club. Only take you a minute. Every time there's a critical problem or a critical update or any information, these free videos that I give you, informational videos, I send it all to you guys. So if you want to be in the know, those are the ways that you can be in the know. You will not find a better resource regarding the Harley Boombox than other than right here. This is going to be your number one resource. All right, let's talk a little bit about what's in version 1.18.3. And we'll go over some of the updates quickly. The reason I was referencing the tutorial series over there at lawabidingbiker.com/Harley Boombox is because a lot of the things I talk about I'm going to reference are actually in those tutorial series. So if you get confused and you don't know what that is, I want to give you a resource where you could go figure out what everything that I'm going to talk about here is about. All right, so Harley Boombox, of course. Oh, one more resource real quick I made for you guys. It's very hard to find the actual web page that Harley made to actually get the download file, the ISO file, and I made a resource for you. It's lawabidingbiker.com/Harley software. Type in that URL and it will take you directly to that page. Doesn't matter if you have the small version, the 4.3 Boombox non-touchscreen, the 6.5 touchscreen, the CVO, all the downloads are there, and there's some additional information there, but that will get you to that page. And it's fair to say, guys, there's a lot of frustration out there because some guys updated early before they checked in here, and they're sending me emails now, and just floods of emails I'm getting, guys, and I appreciate them. I'm getting to them as fast as I can, and that's just why I say just wait on updating till I get the word out. Even with that, you still may experience some problems. Have had some limited issues with guys' systems locking up. I do have some fixes for that. Of course, that's within the tutorial series on how to fix some of that stuff. Some other minor glitches that some people are running into, and I will tell you about some of the glitches too. All right, so here's what Harley is putting out for the 4.3. It's a the size is only 49.4 megabytes. That's zipped. Of course, remember we have to unzip those and put them in the root directory of our thumb drive. But they're saying on the 4.3, fixed automatic screen brightness and performance and stability enhancements. Wow, how broad is that? Performance and stability enhancements. Well, we hope so. Harman Kardon and Harley Davidson have made quite a debacle with putting this thing out and not being prepared for it. And now they're trying to make all these fixes and these software updates, so it is super crucial that you pay attention and update when it's safe to do so, because that is going to fix bugs. How long is it going to take? I don't know. We've been doing this for several years now, and they still have not came out and did a recall on the boombox systems. Of course, that would cost them millions of dollars to do, so I'm sure that they're avoiding that at all costs, although they're frustrating a lot of bikers. A lot of very loyal Harley owners are very, very upset, and they're getting no help from Harman Kardon. I get emails forwarded to me and the ridiculous responses from Harman Kardon. They ought to be embarrassed about this. Harley Davidson should also be very embarrassed about the boombox debacle. People are not getting help from Harley. They're not replacing some of the boombox systems that are freezing up. They aren't notifying the dealerships of what's going on, so the local dealerships don't know a lot. In fact, a lot of the local dealerships, God bless them, and I really appreciate it, they're reaching out to me. I get emails all the time, and they're asking, and they're also purchasing these videos so that they can be in the know, because their hands are really tied at the dealerships when they're not getting good information from Harley Davidson headquarters. All right, got on a little tangent here. Let's get back to what they're claiming on the Boombox 6.5 touchscreen updates. Quite a few updates on this one. They're claiming 816 megabytes in zip format. It's going to be bigger than that when you unzip it, and getting close to a gigabyte there. This one will take you about 6 minutes to update. That's about what it took me by the time it uploaded everything. All right, they're talking about added capability to view information about points of interest. That includes HD dealerships, recent destination, save destination, home, and XM fuel price station while in a current route. Great. There was some issues with that. It's not affecting a ton of people unless you're on trips and you're actually in and using that stuff. Again, fixed it. We won't know till we actually get out on the road and are on some trips. Added capability to cancel the next waypoint. That's huge, guys. Thank God. What that means real quick is you're on a trip, you've got all your waypoints in, and now you're on that trip and you're like, you know what, I was supposed to stop at that, monument and look at it, and that's on my trip, but I'm running late. Screw that. You can now just go in and cancel the next waypoint really easily. It will reroute you and you can head on to your next waypoint. So thank God for that. All right, increased waypoint to 100. Wow, huge, guys. Everybody should be using, if you have the boombox, I talk about it because everybody's frustrated. It is an actually very awesome system for a lot of the things it does. If it can just get fixed, all the bugs out of it. It still does a lot of cool stuff. I still have high hopes for it when they get all the stuff, fixed. It's very, very useful, even as it is broken in a lot of ways. So let me just say that. One of the things was, you get on Ride Planner. Of course, we have that video for you guys, lawabidingbiker.com/ride planner. It shows you how to use the online resource, map out your entire trip, however long it is. Before the last update, they increased it to over 10, and I tested it. I didn't go up more than 15, I think. Now they say you can put in up to 100 waypoints in your Ride Planner trip, and then you can upload up to 100 waypoints. I tested 18 today. It worked. I will tell you, yes, as the last update, it mixed them up, so they're not in order. They still are not in order, guys. And of course, in my videos, I show you a few tips and tricks on how to deal with that and still make the navigation and the waypoints very, very useful on your trips. So they're mixed up, not in order, but you can do up to 100. I did 18 and it worked fine. Yeah, you still can't bulk delete. It's very frustrating, guys. You can't bulk delete your maps, but that's why I only did 18 to test it. I had to go in and manually delete each and every one because it was a fake trip anyways. So that's still not fixed, but at least up to 100. They fixed the screen brightness, they claim. No, they didn't. You're still going to notice the auto screen brightness. It dims when it feels like it. It gets bright when it feels like, like it went. How that's supposed to work is when it's, dark, it's supposed to dim, and when it's light, it's supposed to brighten. Well, you're going to see that they didn't fix that. They claim they did. The coders need to go back and take a look at that and fix that again. All right. And then, of course, performance and stability enhancements. Well, we hope so. A couple other interesting points is, as you guys know, in the last update, it allowed us the ability to finally receive text messages on the boombox. Of course, safety first, guys. We're not out texting while we're riding, please. It's dangerous to be looking at that boombox any more than you have to. So it does still allow you the ability to receive the text message. You can hear the audible tone through the speakers. And then you could actually have the onboard voice read the text message back to you. That's still in play, guys. Remember, there's a very specific way that needs to be set up. That's still the case. And of course, in the tutorial videos and the updates, I've showed you guys how to do that. Still can't auto reply, so they need to fix that. God, it's just frustrating. So what that means is you should receive a text message, and then you should set up that auto reply, and you should be able to just hit one toggle and send that person a message, without really even looking at the boombox, that says something like, "Hey, I'm on my Harley, I'll call you later." Still not working, guys. But anyways, at least it's not broken. As you all know, with the last update, it finally brought the ability to finally upload a custom MP3 ringtone, so that when your boombox, or your phone rings and it's connected via Bluetooth, you can actually have a custom ringtone. We were hoping that they would update and allow us to upload more than one, so at different times we could choose a different ringtone. You can still only upload one at a time, and it's still working though. So just know, and of course I show you how to do that in the tutorial series, how to upload that a custom ringtone. One thing that will happen when you update is it's going to dump your Bluetooth connection. So I did notice that. My phone was synced before. As soon as I updated, I went in, my phone wasn't paired anymore. You have to go through the Bluetooth process, pair your phone, of course, revert back to the tutorial series, guys, on exactly how to set that up so that you can see and get your text messages. There are some tips and tricks on how to do that, because when you're pairing it, you need to do some very specific steps so that you can see your inbox and your text messages and contacts and all that. Still working, not broken, but not perfect. So, I tested a lot of other stuff. I didn't notice a lot of changes. There's some, I believe they also said that there's some map zoom issues. I did notice some of that was a little jerky. They fixed some of that. It seems like it smoothed some of it out. So all in all, I'm not seeing that it's breaking a whole bunch. It's not fixing much, that we're seeing as an end user. Maybe they're fixing some other stability stuff to get to a point where they can fix those biggest or bigger issues. I don't know. So at the end of the day, I'm going to go ahead and recommend definitely update to 1.18.3. If you have a serious issue that's going to be, where it does lock up or something like that, that's going to be a very unique situation, very specific to your unit. There are some bad units out there that are locking up, freezing up, and I had quite a few reports of dealerships having to replace the whole unit. Of course, they're very hesitant to do that, but if it's freezing up, I've even heard some crazy stuff like they're telling people to go home and disconnect their battery because it's sucking their battery dry, and pull a fuse, and that's absolutely ridiculous. You should be at your Harley Davidson dealership demanding a new unit, because that's very far and few between, guys. You definitely got a lemon of a unit if that's happening. So for the most part, everybody's having a smooth transition to 1.18.3. And again, I highly recommend it, and we'll see in the next update if they can fix some of these frustrating issues that we're dealing with right now. All right, we really appreciate all the support everybody's showing Law Abiding Biker podcast and media. Growing rapidly, guys. We do talk about a lot of issues on the weekly podcast right here in this studio. Some of the boombox stuff, of course, we talk about. Get hooked up with the site, the free email club, the YouTube channel's growing. All right, keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up. Peace out, Bikeaholics. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, you're really missing out. Make sure you subscribe to Law Abiding Biker YouTube channel. We put out new videos all the time. Make sure you get on the email list, lawabidingbiker.com/email club. I also send out emails when there are new free videos available, and we are in the process of doing a ton of videos for you guys.